YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Yella. Check it out, y'all. This is my reaction video to the Apple Keynote that took place today. So it's been a long year, and finally we get pretty good back-to-back announcements. We had the Samsung joint not too long ago for the Note 8, and then today we had pretty much all the Apple products. So this is always a fun time of year for me and every other person that loves technology. All right, so everything I'm going to discuss in this video is my opinion, okay? So you guys can love it, hate it, whatever. That's your opinion, right? And this is mine. Um, Overall, I would say it was a pretty good keynote, all right? I wasn't blown away. However, there were some announcements that did pique my interest, but I took some notes, obviously, on my Note 8 because there's so much information. I just want to make sure I try to get as much in as possible. By the way, go ahead and smash that like button. You can comment, definitely subscribe. And let's get a discussion going, all right, based on some of the topics that I bring up today. First and foremost, let's talk real quick about the Apple Watch. All right, so they announced Series 3. Um, Currently, I own a Series 1. Um, I like the Apple Watch. It's cool. Once you start using it, it's hard not to use a smartwatch. I've had several smartwatches, including like the Pebble Steel. I still got my Moto 360 that I use. So I definitely recommend getting a smartwatch if you don't have one already. However, with the Series 3, I believe they said it starts at $399 with LTE. I did notice that they kind of just skipped over what the monthly cost would be. So rumors right now, I hear some carriers are going to charge like $10 a month. I'm not sure what what other details come with that. So if you guys know more about that, definitely put that in the comments section. But I just feel like Apple's late to the game, which they usually are compared to Android. So they're late to the game, and then the $10 premium. I don't think I'm going to go for that Apple Watch Series 3 because, Android was doing this back with the Galaxy Gear S. All right. It was a nice idea, but it's probably overkill because the chances of you having your watch and your phone is not nearby are pretty slim. I do a lot of jogging outside, but I usually have my phone with me. It'd be cool just to have the watch and just jog with the watch. You don't have to worry about the phone. But again, I don't know. $10 a month just to have, live streaming to the watch. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So the watch is a cool addition, but I don't think that was that drastic that they announced today. What else we have? So okay, so they announced the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus. Now, to me, and again, this is just my opinion, but I don't think anybody wants those. Nobody's really gonna want the 8 and the 8 Plus. Um, what's the guy's name that actually did? Is it Shelling? I don't remember. But he basically was just racing through the keynote, going through all the specs because he knew oh, hold on, there's one more thing, right? He wanted to race just to give us the information on the iPhone X, or in this case, the iPhone 10. So, same processor, wireless charging, but the aesthetics are still the same. So, this is a 6S Plus, all right? Very solid phone. The body style of the iPhone 8 Plus is pretty much the same thing, but it's glass, an updated processor, and you can do wireless charging on it. The camera, sounds decent, but they kind of just skipped over the details of the camera as well. You've got OIS in both cameras, which is similar to the Note 8, but they didn't really go into any other details. The aperture probably isn't as good. So, very moderate upgrade, in my opinion. I don't know many people that are going to want that. So, I don't know. Maybe Apple just didn't want to pass up on those dollars. Obviously, they have that phone releasing before you can even get the iPhone 10. So, they're just gonna rack up some bucks before they drop this 10. That'll be very limited, so you probably won't even get it until after Christmas. But I mean, that's the Apple way. That's kind of how they do things. They drive the demand for it by making it scarce. All right, marketing scheme. Okay, good for you, Apple. What else? Face ID. Okay, so I love that Apple finally had something innovative to bring to the table. So it remains to be seen how well this is going to work. Obviously, in the keynote, he had an issue trying to unlock the phone with his face. And I could just imagine how he felt in that moment when the phone didn't unlock. So definitely some kinks they have to work out with that, especially for ditching the Touch ID, which I thought was a great feature to begin with. And once you have Touch ID on certain apps, like your banking app, it's hard to go without that. All right, very convenient. So Face ID, all right, we'll wait to see what happens. Cool feature if it works, right? What else? So we already talked about the wireless charge. Color options. So they have the silver and space gray. All right, no jet black, which I think is a big mistake. I love the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, the color options with the matte black and the jet black. I thought that was a nice touch that Apple did. And now it seems like they've kind of abandoned it. I don't know how hard it is to get that same jet black look on the all glass phone. I would think that it would be a nice look at that point, because the jet black kind of reminded me of a fully glass protected phone. So not sure what happened there. So I'm kind of disappointed with the color options that they threw out there. So if you guys agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. But I really feel like they dropped the ball not having enough color options there. Maybe they're leaving the door open for colors later on, like the red. Maybe they'll bring an all white version. I don't know. On Apple, they'll release that in a few months. Okay. We talked about the release date. I mean, I believe it's October 27th for pre-order, and then November 3rd for the release. I'm hoping that they have the iPhone 10 in the stores so that I can go check it out and see if it's something that's even worth waiting for, because there's definitely going to be a wait. Even if you're there launch day, ready to go online, as soon as you get it in the cart and finally pre-order it, it'll probably have a estimated ship date of like December 23rd or something, knowing Apple. So good luck with that. Which kind of brings me to pricing. All right. So the pricing scheme on the iPhone 8, I saw $699. iPhone 8 Plus $799 starting prices. Starting price for the iPhone 10 at $999. All right, and that's for a 64 gig. So they jumped from 64 gig to 256. Just stop it. All right. Memory is not that expensive, and I don't like when Apple takes advantage of the public like this. Like that is absolutely ridiculous. They're almost forcing you to try to purchase the 256 gig, because the difference, I mean, you're talking $999 and like $1149. If you can spend $1,000 for a phone, you might as well spend $1150. I mean, to make sure that you have enough memory, which is absolutely ridiculous that they're forcing you, to purchase the higher model, which will be even more limited. All right. So overall, I like that Apple is finally not even caught up to Samsung as far as like added features, but they're in the ballpark. They're in a discussion now. Obviously, the premium is just ridiculous. And I know you guys can say like, oh, well, Samsung is charging like $930 to $960 for their phone. Well, they're also offering tons of promotions, including for Note 7 owners, where you're getting like a credit of $425 depending on what phone you're sending in. They got the buy one get one. I mean, there's just so many options. They're also giving away memory. I actually got a 256 card just for pre-ordering the Note 8, as well as a wireless charger. And I almost promise you, Apple is never going to give you accessories. So don't get me wrong, I do love iOS. I love Android. I love both platforms. Hence the reason why you see so many phones. All right. I am a technology guy. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I gotta have both. You just have one, you're gonna miss the other one. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. I just don't think Apple did enough. I mean, I love the idea of the wireless. I love the idea of Face ID working. If it works, it's gonna be nice. All right. The camera should be dope. The selfie, the portrait, whatever camera I saw is a 7 megapixel, and it got the infrared scanner and all that stuff. So it should be better pictures. But to me, the most exciting feature, to be honest, was the Animoji, right? And it's not even that it's that big of a feature, but I just think that was innovative the way they incorporated that. But the thing is, when are you going to use that? Like, I could see me and my daughter using Animojis, right, for fun, because she's probably the only person I'll be able to do that with. How many people do you know where you can basically talk into your phone, save this Animoji message, and send it to somebody that can actually view it, listen to it, and then respond back with one? Like, people work, all right? Apple people work. So who's gonna use this? So I know my daughter watches all my videos, so do my nieces. I'm sure they're gonna be excited about the Animoji, but let me tell you right now, $1,000 is too much for us to talk Animoji. I'm sorry. Don't ask for this for Christmas, okay? It's not gonna happen. $1,000 to do Animoji, and that's kind of how I feel after the entire keynote. Can you put a price tag on the communication that you have with somebody else? Because it's going to be rare that two people have this iPhone 10 and we just have time on our hands to Animoji back and forth. All right. So if you guys disagree with that, let me know. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the design of the phone. I think that they pretty much just took an iPhone 6 and wrapped it in glass. All right. I was really hoping that they went back to a similar body style like this iPhone 5S, which is still probably my favorite build on a phone. I just think the rounded edges on the 6 is not as good as like the squared off body style and the chamfered edges of the 5S. This is still one of my favorite phones of all time. So if they could have just made this phone, stretched it out, made it bigger, gave it the OLED display, all right, aka Samsung made the display for Apple. They took a little subtle shot in there about the display finally being up to par to Apple standards. Stop it, okay? Samsung has been crushing displays for years, but they could have just took this body style, brought it back, stretched the screen out, give me that 5.8-inch screen, make it still one-handed usability, and it would have been an awesome device. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Comment. Let me know what you guys think. How are you feeling? Which ones are you going to go after? I know a few people have already told me they'll probably just go after an iPhone 7. Now they're going to be a little bit cheaper. I really want to know if you guys are really going to go for a regular iPhone 8. And if so, why? Let me know. Maybe it's something that I missed. But hit me up, comment, like, subscribe. It's your boy Yella. It's an exciting time of year. And I'll get back to you guys with the real review for the Note 8. I tell you, I just got it last night. So far, so good. But I want to give it at least a week before I give you guys my opinion. All right? Signing out. Have a good night. Peace.